Hello, Happy New Year, and welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. And in today's video, I'm going to just talk about a little bit about getting started for success. A lot of students are going back to school, and a lot of you all have had your winter break. And for me, this is my final semester, and I'm going back in about, let me see, it'll be a week from this Wednesday coming up. So January 12th, I start back strong. So I just wanted to give you all a few tips on what worked for me last semester. And I attended University of Maryland, University College. I did receive pretty good grades, I want to say. Almost got a 4.0. With the exception of a B in biology, but hey, that's to be expected. I'm not the best in science, but anyway, it was nothing but God, so I did my very best, and this is what I resulted with. So I want to share my tips for what worked for me. So we can start by logging in. This is for University of Maryland Global Campus website. You want to start by logging in. The best thing to do with University of Maryland, I don't know how other schools are set up, but with University of Maryland, you can log into your course at least 1 week in advance. So that's the beautiful thing. Please take advantage of this. Please, because this is a gold mine when you're able to log in and you're able to see, you get, it's like you get a jump start. Please take advantage of this if you can, because not everybody has a schedule, but take advantage of it if you can, please. This is what it looks like before the class opens. So if class starts January 12th, a week prior to January 12th would be January the 5th. Excuse me, the 5th. So on January the 5th, this is going to look different. This is going to have a different look. It's going to be you'll be able to actually log in and look at the course material. Okay, so we'll go back and see. This year I'm signed up for, let's go back. Oh, I think I went too far back. Okay. It shows your courses at the top. It also shows the ones from the previous semester. So I know that I'm taking my senior seminar. These were from last semester. Excuse me, this is senior seminar. So I'm then taking mass communications and also journal writing. So those three right there. So there's journal writing. So let me just share a couple tips and we'll go from there. So one of the things I'll say you definitely need to start with, once that course opens a week ahead, jump right into it. Go ahead and review your course home. Let me look at a previous semester still up here. Thank God. Let's see. Let's do biology. It may be up here. Okay, so here is biology. I took that one. Okay, so course home. Go ahead and familiarize yourself with the course home. The course home, at the top, you'll be able to navigate and see what your announcements are. This is very important. Check out, always look at your announcements. Every time you open up the portal, check your announcements. Start here. The next thing you want to do is start by downloading your syllabus. And your syllabus is so important because this is your compass on how your class is going to run. Your summary, how to get in contact with the teacher, what the course description is, because you might be taking the wrong course and you don't need it. So you make sure that you have that right course and it's not too late to switch a class. You still have time. Then you have your course outcomes, materials. Most classes don't have books anymore. That's kind of good because you don't have to worry about buying those heavy books and then returning them and ordering them. It's a lot. So now most of the material is online, which is good. You can just download it at your leisure. Then they have the class guidelines, contacting your faculty member, course materials, what you'll need for the class. And of course, this one was online. The text was online. And then you have, for this biology class, we had a lab. So that was a separate price. So make sure you pay attention because your lab, my lab was an extra, I think $80 or $90 on top of the class itself. So you have to make sure you pay attention to that. And it was a separate login and a separate website. That was just for biology. And now another thing they're doing is using Turnitin. That's like a software tool that will check and see if you're cheating. So these schools are not playing. They know everything's getting digital and they can check and see. Let me give you an example of another class that used Turnitin. In my grant class, let me go to my assignment. And I got an A in this class. So I was really proud of myself. This was not an easy class. Grades, activities. Let's see. Okay, so it shows you on Turnitin. It kind of does like a read. It reads your paper to see if you copied and pasted from other places. So, and this is it right here. Let me make it brighter. As you can see, it says 18%. So I guess it's saying 18% of my paper might have been copied, but I do a copy and paste from maybe a previous document as a header. You know, it wasn't anything like I plagiarized. And then it rates it, the grammar. Okay, so let's go back. So we're in course home. Got your syllabus. Download that syllabus. Then go to course content. Now this is where you're going to start by looking on the left side of the page. You're going to look at, it's going to show your syllabus again, and then it's going to show your resources, and then it breaks down the classes by week, the class by week. Each week has, of course, a different assignment and a different task to complete in reading as well. So with University of Maryland, University College, you'll have three things. You'll have your class modules, which is under course content. You'll have your text. You'll go in here for week 1. And it shows you what you're going to be reading in week 1. It breaks down the time. You're going to need approximately 6 to 9 hours for this particular class. Then it breaks down the objectives, activities list, and other pertinent notes. Now keep going, and there's more reading. So you click on each link, and it shows you each assignment you need to read for that particular week. Make sure you download these. When you download them, punch them, put them in a 3-ring binder, and organize it according to week. That is very important because that's what works for me, and that's how I was able to get an A. I am a visual person, and I have to have my documents accessible. I can't click on each link each week and look at stuff. See, all of these are links to be read. I couldn't do that. I needed it in a notebook. Do this, and you will be successful. Okay. So next we'll have activities, and these are where your assignments come in. So you also have assignments as well. So each week, or whatever the case may be, you'll have an assignment due depending on the class and the material. So you would submit your class material, and you'll see where there's a submission once you upload it. Here's your submission, and then it gives you an ID number. So you can definitely go back and say, hey, professor, I submitted it on this day. Here's my ID. Boom. And then also for this particular class, he used Turnitin, and it also rated how much of my paper was, I guess, copied or modified, or case may be. So don't get too spooked out if you see a high number. Apparently, he was able to read that and figure out that it was not plagiarized. So I still don't understand completely what the colors mean, but whatever the case may be, it's here. So once you turn in your assignments, you'll get a submission ID, and it also goes to your email as well. So you'll have proof. And then you can also click here and check that the assignment was received. And here's the assignment. Okay. All right. So I have a couple more things, and then you can also see the discussions. Most of the classes for UMGC have discussion boards. So each week there's a discussion and it'll be posted. So you'll have to do your discussion in addition to the readings, in addition to the course content information. Read that. Then you have your assignment and your discussion. And how the discussions work is you have to post your discussion and then you have to respond to your classmates. So that is a whole nother thing altogether. You have to stay on top of that because this counts for your class participation. So make sure you stick and stay on top of your discussions. And this is important. That's why that first week, that pre-week is important because you can jump in, do your introductions. Generally, the first week is introduction. So do your intros, get that out the way, respond to your 3 classmates. You've already got the first week done. And just start reading. Read your work. Read. And then if you have quizzes, quizzes will be here. And most classes don't have self-assessments, but it all depends. Just go through each tab, familiarize yourself. The grades tab, of course, this is where you'll see your grades once they've been posted. And the teacher will provide comments. So he said, thanks again. I responded to him. And these are all of the feedback that he gave depending on the assignments. I got a 10 for my proposal. This is a grant class. And you can also respond to your teacher through the University of Maryland email system. You can go through the chat. I don't do the chat generally, or you can do the email, but that's why the syllabus is important. So you can check and see what the teacher prefers in terms of his communication. So our teacher said that we could contact him by his cell phone. He put his cell phone up there. Many teachers don't do that, but Professor Pincus did that. He put his email up there as well. It was very accessible, and I really enjoyed his class. He was very upfront. A lot of teachers do not do that. You can respond to them on the My Tools link with the class list, or generally they'll have a function on the discussion board where you can reach out to them. And of course, it's not on here, but there's a function where they'll say you can contact me here, and you would just contact the professor there if it's something that's not private. But if it's private, I would find out how you can reach out to them either through email or phone, cell phone. But most professors do emails. So here's a My Tools function. You can put your calendar information up here if you have a meeting at 8 o'clock for work, and 10 o'clock you have an assignment you have to complete. This is really, really functional, but I also suggest getting your own planner like I did. This one was from the dollar store. It was pretty good. I have so much stuff in here, my notes. It really helped me. But I also did lists. These Post-its come in and they're very handy. Using a Post-it list worked wonders for me. And I even made little check boxes, and that's what worked for me. It may not work for you, but most people, they do like to use calendars. I suggest getting one thing that works for you and sticking with it, because you don't want to have Post-its everywhere. Not everyone can do Post-its. Post-its require responsibility. Anyway, let's go back to the My Tools function. You can also reach out to your classmates, because this is important as well. Definitely make your presence known so people can know how to reach you, because you may have something they know and you might need some information. So definitely connect with at least one person. It pays to do it. Please connect. And you also get to put your picture up like I did. I put my picture up here and your profile. It really makes things so much like personable, because these classes can get tricky and difficult, and you need someone. You can't swim alone in these classes. And then these are a few of the people I reached out to, so in my class, so I was able to connect. Academic support is important because you may need to reach out for some support. So definitely click on the link and see what tools you may need to reach out to Career Services or the Library Center, the Writing Center, and just see what tools may work best for you. Always reach out to your professor. And now I just want to talk about really quickly what worked for me. For me, I have a lot of anxiety. So um, let me say chill out music really worked for me. This is really chill music you can listen to, you can study to, you can just vibe to. It's not the kind of music that's going to affect you and distract you. It's going to complement your study time. And I really am so appreciative. I found this channel. They have so many versions, different mixes. So Chillop is a great study tool. Some people like to just have plain music or no music at all, but I have to have music. I also like the Lo-Fi Girl. She really helped me. Very simple, chill music, and she was able to get me through all my classes and studying. So really, Lo-Fi Girl was great. Thank you, Lo-Fi Girl. And let me talk a little bit more about what else helped me. The Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro technique. This was a technique that really helped me. I just discovered it. I'm late to the party. The Pomodoro technique is a timing technique that was discovered in the late 1980s by an Italian man, Francisco Cirillo. It was named after his kitchen-shaped tomato timer, and Pomodoro means tomato in Italian. So, simply, all you need to do. This is a great timer system. If you're studying and you have like several classes, go ahead, get that post-it list out. If you have 3 classes, say you have 2 classes, like I did, write down a list of every class on your paper. Okay. Step 1. You have 5 assignments due, and then 2 of them in your speech class and 3 of them in your biology class. Write them all down. Prioritize them. Okay, what's due today? What's due tomorrow? Put them in order. What needs to be done now? Make that determination. Once you know, start with it and put it at the top of the page. Okay? You're going to get a timer. You can use your watch. I'll use my smartwatch. Timer. Set it for 25 minutes. Start working on those tasks. And then take a break. 3 to 5 minutes. Then go back to that task and finish it up. Work, another 25 minutes, then stop. When it's finished, take another break. But this time you're going to go 15 to 20 minutes. And keep doing it throughout the day. You can do in 5-hour intervals. This really works great, especially if you're trying to knock out some work. And let me go to one lady I love. Her name is Jamie, the Strive Studies. I can't type today. Strive Studies. She really helped me. She was another great one. I think she was studying to be a doctor, but her methods work really great. So she's almost at the end of her Pomodoro. And then when this ends, she's probably going to take a break. And then she'll go back. So this really works. And you just put your post-it up here. Or some people don't need a timer. You just work straight through. But this is great if you have other things going on in your life, if you have to work, if you have kids. This is a great way to manage your day with the Pomodoro technique. Please check it out. If you don't know how it works, research it, look it up on Google. So last but not least, I'll say definitely make sure you have all the tools you need. You have adequate pens, you have pencils, you have your planner. Make sure you have a great internet connection. You have all of your wires, you have all of your chargers, you have a stable connection. You don't ever want to be offline because the schools are not necessarily open now because of, a lot of the virus surging. So you may not be able to go to the library. You may not be able to go to school. You want to make sure that your home, your space is perfect for your studying. You have an adequate desk space. You have everything you need: pens, paper, pencils, your notebook. What else? that you are able to concentrate and be functional, because school is nothing to play with. So yep, that's about it. I'm trying to think, did I miss anything else? Definitely just stay on top of all of your assignments. Don't cheat. If you need help, please to reach out, because that professor will respond to you.